Just a short while ago, we watched from a distance as President Biden and President Zelenskyy visited the Golden Dome St. Michael's Cathedral behind me. I watched at a distance as they walked out through the courtyard over that way to the wall of remembrance, the wall of remembrance that has thousands of pictures of fallen Ukrainian soldiers. Just over that way is a wreath that President Biden laid with the flag of the United States. It was a truly historic moment as this visit took place. We did hear an air raid siren, something that has become a common occurrence here in the Capitol. We noted that both President Zelenskyy and President Biden seemed unfazed by the alarm, calmly walking, and then President Biden departed. I witnessed all of this from, as I said, a distance. They cleared this entire area in what was an unprecedented security operation for the Capitol. There were multiple barriers, dogs. We could see snipers overhead. The entire area was cleared of pedestrians. Any journalists standing around were pushed back into a nearby hotel. I was able to witness this from on high, from a window, but even then, Ukrainian military inside that hotel were pushing people back away from the windows, but we managed to take a look. Photography was prohibited. This was a particularly special moment for the Ukrainian people. We heard from the deputy foreign minister prior to confirmation of the visit tell Ukrainian national television, quote, "It is important for us that on the eve of the anniversary of the aggression, we will feel and see not only verbal support, but also the presence of our important main partners in Kyiv." Back to you.
Erin, I want to stay with you for a second, if I can, really quickly, as you stand there at the Wall of Remembrance and get a better understanding of just the drama of this day. As for hours, there's been speculation among some on social media as they saw an American, it appeared, motorcade, now confirmed an American motorcade, driving through the streets of Kyiv, an air raid siren sounding as the president began this walkabout, as they describe it. There. Can you just take us into that moment and just sort of what this day has been like for you in anticipation of an arrival of some dignitary who we now know is President Biden?
Well, this is a truly historic moment. This is the first time in 15 years that a U.S. president has visited the capital, Kyiv, and during wartime, no less, without ostensibly the presence of the U.S. military to back him. Unprecedented, as I said, security operation that was apparent for everyone in the Capitol to see. The Twitter, Telegram was abuzz with rumors that the president was, in fact, making this visit. And it is on a particularly historic day. Today marks the 9th anniversary of the killing of the Heavenly 100 here in Ukraine. That is when more than 100 men and women lost their lives challenging the Russian-backed regime in the Maidan Square, triggering in the eyes of many here in Ukraine what has been a 9-year ongoing war, their struggle for freedom. To see the President of the United States, to know that he is here in the Capitol showing his support and solidarity is extremely important. And an extremely important message in the eyes of the people of Ukraine, not only to their country, but also to the entire world.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.